Metropolis Healthcare. She is gold medalist from Armed Forces Medical College, Pune. She has over 2 decades of rich experience in diagnostics and theranostics. She pioneered and established digital pathology for Metropolis in India and Africa. Dr. Kirti is also on WHO expert panel for medical devices in cancer. Welcome, ma'am. My colleagues Dhanashri and Sanjeevni would like to ask you a few questions. Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. One second. Before we start, I want all the students who have benefited from the Malhotra Weikfield Foundation to stand up and say thank you. The first lesson of gratitude. Thank the entire, trustees, the advisory board, the management, your teachers, everybody who has given you this where you are today. So thank you. Say thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Say it. Say it loud and clear. Say it.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Malhotra Weikfield Foundation. Thank you.
So with that lesson of gratitude, then second thing, have a sense of achievement. Today you are a science scholar, right? And if there was a better time to do science, it is now. Why? Any one person who gets up and answers me this, I will be their mentor. Anybody can tell me why today in the world, in the country, why today being called a science graduate, science postgraduate, or a science scholar is like anywhere chip on your block? Why? Come on, guys, think. Think of AC, BC, hints, after Christ, before Christ.
Now the India promoting innovation, like Modi said, there should be the motto of innovation.
That's one thing, Anushandan, very good. So, the Honorable Prime Minister is promoting innovation, but listen to the question. The question is about science. I gave you a hint. I said, we know world as before Christ and after Christ, and now the next generation will know the world as before COVID. Absolutely. I'm going to be your mentor, right? So it's before COVID and after COVID. What was your name again? Gayatri. So Gayatri, before COVID and after COVID. And who has worked during COVID the maximum? Doctors. And the people who supported science. So there were one set of people who were deep working on everything. They were not even invisible. They were not even visible. They were just invisible in their labs. And the second set of people who understood the importance of science and were on the front line, fighting it. So today, everybody understands what is science. Imagine, earlier we had to explain to people. Nobody knew what a lab was. Nobody knew what PCR was. Nobody knew what quality was. And today, you are wanted everywhere. Today, if the government wants to focus on innovation, you're wanted. Today, if a lab has to get created, you're wanted. Today, if somebody wants to do artificial intelligence related to science, you're wanted. Somebody wants to do marketing related to science, you're wanted. Somebody wants to do sales in a scientific area, you're wanted. Just imagine how wanted are you. So now the third question is, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So with that, you can now interview me.
I want to say one thing. We were taking interviews the other day, and there were so many students. I said, "क्या करना चाहोगे?" He said, "मुझे एक lab खोलनी है अपने गांव में."
See, today India has 3,500 accredited molecular laboratories. Just imagine, and that is all because of COVID. So the way the world has woken up to the importance of science, and the way science is going to take some major, steps in the next decade or two, you are in the right place at the right time. Now, it all depends on you. What are you going to do and what do you want to do? That's all. The only thing standing between you and success is only you, as everybody before me said. So just gather all your skills, build them up, get better at your game, go out there, fight it out. The next 10 years, you can do whatever you want to do. And I assure you that if you follow everything that all the people who came before me said, there is nothing in the world that is going to stop you from becoming a successful, well-earning, a leader, professional, support system to yourself and your family and your society. I don't think anything can stop you if you actually heard and understood and will follow what was spoken in the last 1 hour. Yeah. I did so much of relearning myself. Thank you so much for this. I would like to thank the, the Malhotra family and the Weikfield Foundation and Manjari and everybody who gave me this honor to be a part of this. I'm really moved and very, very impressed by this whole thing, and congratulations to all of you and all the best. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. I'm Dinesh Nielsen. Hello, ma'am. I'm Sanjeevi Singh. And my first question to you for today is, how did you keep yourself motivated throughout your journey to reach where you are right now?
So I follow a very simple mantra. What next? That's it. I'm never satisfied. कभी भी रुकना नहीं है, बस चलते ही जाना है. What next? ये हो गया, चलो अभी what next? और जब भी आप what next के बारे में सोचते हो तो ये सोचो कि exactly क्या है, क्या होगा इससे, कितने लोगों को इससे हेल्प होगा, इसके लिए मुझे कितना एफर्ट चाहिए, मुझे कितना आता है, कितना नहीं आता. जो नहीं आता वो पढ़ो, जो नहीं आता वो समझो, और जो आता है उसके बेसिस पे मेक योर ओन प्लान एंड जस्ट अटैक इट एंड डोंट गिव योरसेल्फ टू मच टाइम. सोचो अच्छा ठीक है, इसको करने के लिए मुझे इतना टाइम चाहिए, मे बी इट कैन बी 3 months, इट कैन बी 3 years. और फिर वो जैसे ही ख़त्म होने वाला होता है और जब बाकी की दुनिया आपको सेलिब्रेट कर रही है और उस प्रोजेक्ट को सेलिब्रेट कर रही है, आपके मन में ऑलरेडी व्हाट नेक्स्ट और नेक्स्ट प्लान होना चाहिए, नहीं तो आप पीछे रह जाओगे. देखो एक ही तरीका है, या तो आगे चलना है या गायब हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि जो वहीं खड़े रहता है वो तो फिर पीछे रह जाता है. सो जस्ट रिमेंबर व्हाट नेक्स्ट, राइट? सो सिटिंग हियर टुडे यू शुड ऑल बी थिंकिंग व्हाट नेक्स्ट.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question is, what were difficulties you faced while creating awareness of cervical cancer test, especially in rural areas?
Cervical cancer is something which is India should be ashamed. So it's very unfortunate that 1 in 27 people get it, and every minute as we are talking, these many people have died of cervical cancer. So it's really, really unfortunate, and now finally there is a silver lining. अभी इसकी एक वैक्सीन बनने वाली है. आपके खुद के पूना शहर के पर्सन ने वैक्सीन रिलीज़ कर रहे हैं, जो कि बहुत बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. और मैं चाहूँगी कि हर एक जन अपने फर्स्ट सेक्सुअल एक्सपोजर से पहले वो वैक्सीन को ले लें. आइडियल टाइम इज़ 9 to 14 years of age, लेकिन बिफोर फर्स्ट सेक्सुअल एक्सपोजर आपकी बेस्ट इम्यूनिटी माउंट होगी. आप अपने जितने भी जानने वाले लोग हैं सबको लेनी चाहिए वो वैक्सीन. तो क्योंकि ये तो कोई समझने की ज़्यादा बात ही नहीं है. एक कैंसर है जो एक वायरस से होता है, उस वायरस की वैक्सीन है, तो हमको वैक्सीन लेनी ही लेनी है. ये आज की सिचुएशन है जो कि बहुत ही ब्राइट सिचुएशन है, और होपफुली आज से 10 साल के बाद ये सर्विकल कैंसर ख़त्म हो जाएगा, ये हम सब चाहते हैं. लेकिन जब मैंने सर्विकल कैंसर के ऊपर काम शुरू किया था आज से 10-15 साल पहले, तो सिचुएशन ऐसी नहीं थी. एंड आई हैड टू फाइट. आप रूरल बोल रहे हो, अर्बन में फाइट करना पड़ता है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि रूरल में, हम लोग सोचते हैं कि रूरल में सब कुछ बहुत आसान है. अर्बन में पढ़े लिखे बेवकूफ़ होते हैं, राइट? सो हर जगह काम करना पड़ता है. तो मैं बोलूँगी कि मैंने दिल्ली में एशो कैम्प, फिकी, CII चेम्बर्स से लेकर रेवा, जो कि एक छोटा सा शहर है MP में, आप लोगों ने नाम भी नहीं सुना होगा, वहाँ तक मैंने इसके लिए काम किया है. तो आई वुड थिंक कि कोई जगह मैंने छोड़ी नहीं है. पर एक हॉरिफिक इंसिडेंट मेरे दिमाग में आता है, जो आई थिंक जुबैर अभी बहुत गुस्सा हो गया था जब मैंने इसको एक्सेप्ट किया था. मेरे को बुलाया गया था मध्य प्रदेश में, रेवा में बहुत सारे बड़े डॉक्टर्स की गैदरिंग थी. उन्होंने मेरे को बोला आप आके सर्वाइकल कैंसर के बारे में बात करो. जब मैंने उसके लिए हाँ की थी, मुझे पता भी नहीं था कि जबलपुर और रेवा है कहाँ. सो पहले तो मुझे अपने हस्बैंड से बहुत डांट पड़ी कि व्हाई डिड यू से येस टू समथिंग व्हेन यू डोंट इवन नो वेयर इट इज, डू यू नो हाउ डिफिकल्ट इट इज़ टू गो देयर. सो आई वाज लाइक अभी ठीक है, अभी हाँ कर दिया तो पहुँच ही जाएंगे. बट इतना सिंपल नहीं था. मैं जब जबलपुर फ्लाइट से उतरी बॉम्बे से, तो मुझे आइडिया भी नहीं था कि ये 9 hours की जर्नी है, और मैं एक 9 hours एक अनजान टैक्सी ड्राइवर, दिस वॉज 10 years बैक, आई वॉज यंगर, thinner, and I was so scared that and there was only this one person more who was accompanying me, and there was one driver, and 9 hours I was in a car with these 2 people, and in the middle my phone battery conked off. And then we entered there are these Madhya Pradesh, I don't know how many people have been, there are some patches where there is nothing, there is no habitation. And I remember it was so scared, I could not go to the washroom, I could not eat. I was just so scared कि मैं कहीं habitation में पहुँचूँ. एक डर था, that how sometimes it gets unsafe as a woman. So वो time मुझे कभी भूलता नहीं है. But what happened the next day, I gave my talk and I left. एंड मैं जिस टैक्सी में बैठी जाने के लिए वापस जबलपुर, वो इलीगल टैक्सी थी और वो ड्राइवर इलीगल गाड़ी चला रहा था और हम लोगों को रास्ते में एमपी पुलिस ने रोक लिया और मेरा सारा सामान भी उन लोगों ने कार से. इमेजिन हाउ डू यू फील फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एज अ वुमन, योर सूटकेस बीइंग थ्रोन आउटसाइड एंड सम 20-30 villagers standing outside. It was horrible. And I just kept my calm and I told the policeman कि ये ड्राइवर इलीगल हो सकता है, गाड़ी इलीगल हो सकती है, लेकिन मैं लीगल हूँ और मैं लीगल काम से आई हूँ, तो आप ये नहीं कर सकते, नहीं तो मैं आपकी कंप्लेन कर दूंगी. आप बस मेरे को पहले एयरपोर्ट में छुड़वाओ, उसके बाद आपके पास इस ड्राइवर का नंबर, कॉन्टैक्ट एड्रेस सब कुछ है, आप उसके अगेंस्ट एक्शन लो. लेकिन ही टुक 5 minutes. ही सेड मुझे अपने सीनियर को पूछना पड़ेगा. एंड यू वोंट इमेजिन उस 5 minutes में मैंने कोई भगवान छोड़ा नहीं होगा. गेट मी आउट ऑफ दिस प्लेस, So yes, as a scientific person and as a woman, it was tough to try to spread the message. क्योंकि पहले सर्विकल कैंसर के लिए एक ही चीज़ होती थी कि आप पैप स्मीयर करो, क्योंकि हर 5 years या हर 3 years, अगर आप HPV कर रहे हो तो every 5 years. अब तुम बोलते हैं 10 साल में भी एक बार कर लो, कभी तो कर लो. बेसिकली आपको अपने आप को स्क्रीन करना होता है एज अ वुमन कि आप एक HPV करो और एक पैप स्मीयर करो, जिससे पता चल जाता है कि आपको सर्विकल कैंसर है कि नहीं है, और अगर होने वाला है तो उसका ट्रीटमेंट हो जाता है. पर ये कहना बहुत आसान है, करना बहुत मुश्किल है. अगर मैं कभी भी पोल लूँगी कितने लोगों ने टेस्ट किया है, तो आंसर मुझे लेस देन 10% में मिलेगा. इसलिए ये जर्नी बहुत मुश्किल थी, लेकिन आई एम हैप्पी टू से कि हमने lakhs ऑफ women के लिए ये टेस्ट किया है, पुअर एंड रिच. And our paper is published in the international journal also, so it's been a successful journey. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. My next question to you: apart from your knowledge in science and healthcare, what do you think? What are the soft skills or leadership skills are required to run such a large organization?
Yeah, it's very interesting. अभी ये question I can answer in the typical corporate jargon, or I can answer in a very Hindi style. कौन सा पसंद करोगे? So corporate jargon ये होगा, मैं बोलूँ do creative thinking, analytical thinking, networking, right? Now let's come to the simple Hindi version. So my father used to just say 2 things. सुनो सबकी, करो मन की. Means what? सुनो सबकी. Don't forget that. That means take feedback, take inputs, understand what all is possible. Then sit down and analyze the whole thing properly with your own IQ, your own brain, your own capability. And then what you feel you can do that. Right? Don't overestimate or underestimate yourself. And if you need help, again, reach out. Suno. And then karo. Okay, that is one. The second thing that he always said, I don't know how many people here have read the Bhagavad Gita. So there is something, I mean, in Mahabharata or wherever, who all know about Arjun taking aim at the bird, right? So he used to always say that कि सिर्फ अपने लक्ष्य की ओर ध्यान दो, सिर्फ अपने गोल की तरफ ध्यान दो, और बाकी सारी दुनिया धुंधली हो जानी चाहिए. धुंधली. क्या आपकी बाकी की दुनिया धुंधली है आज जो आपने लक्ष्य सोचा है? अगर नहीं तो आपका लक्ष्य इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं है. समझ में आ रहा है मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? धुंधला हो जाना चाहिए सब कुछ बाकी. ठीक है, लेकिन जैसे हम कैमरा में रीफोकस, फाइन ट्यूनिंग, किसी भी चीज़ में फाइन ट्यूनिंग, कोर्स ट्यूनिंग करते हैं, थोड़ी थोड़ी देर में आपको बाहर आना पड़ता है, क्योंकि सिर्फ वही आपका काम नहीं है. आप एक सोसाइटी को बिलोंग करते हो, एक फैमिली को बिलोंग करते हो, तो यू हैव टू टेक योर फैमिली एंड दिस थिंग अलॉन्ग. डोंट रन पैरेलल लाइफ्स. वही लाइफ है. थिंक यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. दिस इज योर लाइफ. यू बिलोंग टू अ फैमिली. I had 2 wonderful in-laws who are like my parents sitting over here, Dr. N.Y. Kazi and Mrs. Nurjan Kazi. Yes, her name and her thing is like royalty. And I've learned so much from them also. They are all a part of my life. So you have to keep coming back, focusing, कि ठीक है मुझे घर के लिए ये करना है, पापा मम्मी के लिए ये करना है, बहन भाई के लिए ये करना है, रिलेटिव के लिए ये करना है, नेबर के लिए, मुझे अपने लिए भी तो कुछ करना है ना. राइट? तो वापस जितना आप अपने लिए करोगे उतना आप बाकी के लिए कर पाओगे. दुखी इंसान किसी को खुश नहीं कर सकता. सुखी इंसान ही सबको खुश रख सकता है. और सुखी होने के लिए यू हैव टू अचीव समथिंग इन लाइफ. अचीव करने के लिए यू हैव टू वर्क हार्ड. वर्क हार्ड करने के लिए यू हैव टू टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम पीपल, एंड आपको तो हेल्प ऐसे बढ़ रही है जैसे कि I don't know, it's amazing the kind of help that you are getting from everybody, including the Elephant Connect, the V Foundation, the Malhotra Weikfield Foundation. तो ये सारी हेल्प बटोर लो क्योंकि ये बार बार नहीं मिलती है. You cannot become a student again and again, right? There is only a phase in life till you can ask questions. After that, you have to give the answers. So this is your time of asking questions, learning. Use it. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. You said well that हम कहते हैं ना हिंदी में हम बहुत किस्मत वाले हैं. ऐसा ही है कि बहुत सारे सपोर्ट करते हैं और हमें मतलब कि
बट किस्मत क्या होती है? किस्मत इज एक्चुअली जो आप करते हो उसी का आपको फल मिलता है, वही किस्मत है. अच्छा करोगे अच्छा मिलेगा. सो बेसिकली वो नेक्स्ट जन्म में भी जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. वट एवर यू डू कम्स बैक टू यू इन दिस लाइफ इटसेल्फ. सो जस्ट डू गुड. ओके, बी गुड. India needs more good people, as sir said very nicely. This is a time of convex lens, so integrate everything.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question is: the demands in a healthcare professional at a time are extremely high, and as a woman professional and as a mother, what is your advice to young women?
I'm very blessed. I have two lovely children, Anaya and Maisha. I choke when I say their name. I love them. I do not want to be only a professional. I'm happy being a mother and a professional. And this balance is what you have to strive for. And it's not as a mother. My husband is an equally good father and an equally good professional. So this is not based on sex. It is not the responsibility of the woman only. It is a responsibility of both man and woman. But you have to be so passionate about it. And I have no qualms in being, emotional. I was just telling Manjari yesterday, I was given advice by a very successful corporate person that, you're too soft, you cannot succeed. You have to be cold-hearted, So I said, I've come so far being soft. So I don't need to harden up now. In fact, I need to soften more now. Because now again times have changed. Now again there are people have needs, people have expectations, and until I'm soft and warm, I cannot understand them. Yes, I have to be hard in execution, as Mashal Kursa said. And there I'm like the Nazi. I'm very, very hard in execution. But in thinking, in curating, in actually creating something, you have to be warm, because creativity is a warm feeling, right? You cannot be a hard creator. You have to be a soft creator.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So you were asking how do I balance? So both my husband and me, we share our activities. So we have divided the days of the week. We have divided the subjects, we have divided the timings. So I have not done it alone. I cannot take the credit. When I've gone abroad to do my higher education in US and Germany, my kids have stayed with my in-laws, with my grandparents. They have slept between Dada and Dadi, so they didn't miss Mama and Papa. So I think we should not be this, I'm not a person of women's liberation. I don't want to be liberated. I want to just be normal. I don't want something different. I just want normal. Right? I just want to be equal. So when I say that as a woman, you don't have to segregate yourself. You have to enjoy being a woman, right? So what is the thing of enjoying? You get two families. You get two set of parents, you get two set of siblings. Enjoy it all. And don't have any problem in taking help and support from all of them. And take them along in your journey. They don't have to be separate, they have to be a part of it. And if they're a part of you, imagine it takes a village to raise a child, they say, right? Your village is right here. That's both your families and your friends and your colleagues. Take help from every single person who is willing to give you help. Say thank you after they've given you help. And move on and acknowledge them and pat yourself on the back for every success that you achieve. But keep coming back home, spending time with family, enjoying, doing the little things together, having food together, watching a movie together. You don't have to become obsessed to the level of insanity. You have to be a normal individual, normal human being. Go through all the phases of life, get married, have children, but also work, very well. So I would say that when I became a stakeholder, so today I'm a stakeholder at Metropolis, but when I became a stakeholder, the first thing I did was, sell a bit of my shares and, gave beautiful gifts to all the people in the last 20 years who had, helped me, who had been there with me, and just a token of my gratitude, because I would not have reached anywhere without all this help. So when you say balance, balance is not my balance. Balance is each of theirs balance. So my parents, my in-laws, my sister, my brother, my husband, my daughters, my colleagues, everybody has little bit adjusted themselves so that I can succeed. Yeah, but I have to keep giving back to them time to time so that they can succeed too, they can be happy too. And when you do this, you achieve this balance. So just don't leave people out of your success. Take them along. Another thing I want to share with you, that in my 13 years at Metropolis, I have led 7 teams. And all the people who were, working under me in certain roles, today all of them are heading those verticals. And I have left all those verticals and I have taken a brand new vertical, which I feel now needs my attention. So don't stick on to something कि अब ये कुर्सी मिल गया मैं इस पे जम जाती हूँ, तो फिर तो आप जम ही जाओगे. छोड़ दो उसको, किसी और के लिए छोड़ दो. आप अपने लिए एक नई कुर्सी ढूंढो. नहीं है तो बना लो, खरीद के ले आओ कुर्सी, but बैठ जाओ. Create. You get what I'm saying? I can see some heads nodding very vigorously. So don't get attached, I was telling you about Bhagavad Gita and Gita Sar. जो आज तुम्हारा है वो कल किसी और का था, परसों किसी और का हो जाएगा. और कर्म किए जाओ, फल की इच्छा मत करो. So don't get attached so much to anything thinking ये तुम्हारा है. कुछ भी तुम्हारा नहीं है. सब कुछ है. बस you're a part of it, you're passing through, do your role well, and keep going forward. Okay, done?
Yes, thank you.
I'd like to ask you something. So, tell me one thing, that when what is, any of you can share, not only from you all, anybody from your audience also, tell me one thing about each of the support systems that you get, whether the Malhotra Weikfield Foundation or the V Foundation or the Elephant Connect. What is it, that one thing that you treasure so much and you feel this is really shaping